Okay, so here's what I would say. So there's some limitations here. Well, which, so anyways, besides those. So one of the things that I would like to, if I lived and worked in Nigeria, would want to do is to focus on small to mid-sized firms in terms of what it is that they do for the good of society. Because I believe, and it's funny, I'm a finance person, so we deal strictly with, we're not emotional people, we deal with value. If you're doing anything that doesn't create value, the firm fails. Yeah. And when the firm fails, you don't have a job, you don't have a product, you don't have products and services to sell to people. So you gotta have a successful firm, and success is measured in terms of the ability to create and sustain value for the good of those who own the firm. Because once they pull their funds, everything dies. Therefore, one of the directions I would want to move to, if I lived and worked in Nigeria, something that you could take from, is looking at the connection between what small firms do, especially these mom and pop stores do, and mid-sized firms, the connection of what they do and the society in which they do business. It's a more important question in CSR. Why? Because in many developing economies, what makes these economies tick is not going to be the big businesses, because there aren't many of them. It's going to be the small mom and pop businesses all over the place that are helping to keep unemployment low. And I believe that the extent to which you maintain good connection with the community in which you do business will largely determine your long-term success. Rather than trying to get a bottle of bleach and remove half of the liquid and put water in it and sell it to customers, or sell fake medicine to them, which are antithetical to CSR, perhaps you could advertise the value and quality that you bring to the marketplace. You could persuade your customers and potential customers that you're a good citizen because you sell them the kind of products that can sustain their quality of life and make them look good. To me, that is CSR. You don't have to go and pay school fees for those who go to school there. You can do good for society by publishing the high quality of the products and services that you bring in the business that you conduct. This is an opinion which can be pursued empirically, I think.
Okay. Prof, you want to still ask your question?
I was just thinking that looking at the firm size and the relationship with sales growth is negative. Yes. I'm thinking maybe could the firm size kind of capture that?
So, yeah, it's possible, by the way. It's quite possible. Except that, in my opinion, revenue growth can be observed for both small and large-sized firms, and in fact, it's the case here. So my interpretation, when I saw that, it's pervasive. You know, it's pervasive. So you have small firms with high sales growth, you have large firms with high sales growth. So, but that can happen. As you and I both know, you would know better than me. Nigerian firms, one has to be careful making global interpretation, because the dominant industry is banking, and I didn't know that until this time. So many of these firms that we're really talking about are financial institutions. That's why I think an improvement can be made by going small to mid, to see what these other non-bank firms that are more prevalent in society, what they do. So, but having said that, I'm sure that there's going to be some connection somewhere there. But growth I interpret to mean that you're busy growing your firm, trying to stabilize, and have little to commit to social initiatives. Please.
Okay.
In your case study,
I'll be quick.
in your case study, what were the examples of medium?
Oh, that's actually a very good question. So, yeah, yeah, absolutely. So there's no example to give. So when using self-constructed indices, keep in mind that size here is not based on market value, which is what we've used in finance. Size here is based on asset size. Yeah, exactly. So what we do then is, what you would do is you create categories. So in this study, we created 3 broad categories of asset size: small, medium, large, instead of by type of firm. Yeah. So if you ask me, give me an example of a small or mid-sized firm, I really can't. But I would have to go to my data set and look at my spreadsheet. Who are these firms in the middle? Who are these firms? So yeah, so it's divvied up in that manner, in a deliberate fashion, based on the size of their assets. So what may be large in my case may not be large in the case of another individual, of another researcher, using the same. However, results have to be consistent, I suspect.